Our movie today starts with a narration by an old man named Grant. He vividly recounts the incredible life journey of our lead character, a resilient woman named Rose Corley. The narration is set on the scenery of a world 15 years post an alien invasion. The unique characteristic of these invaders is their glowing blue eyes. Grant's story starts at the moment of Rose's birth, a time of turmoil and chaos when the blue glows descended upon Earth. Tragically, Rose's biological father falls victim to the invasion. The aliens, known as the Harvesters, are known for their disgraceful practice of harvesting human brain. In the heart of the chaos, another man, searching desperately for his own son, finds newborn Rose and takes her under his protection. Interestingly, exposure to the blue light accelerates Rose's growth, setting her apart from the other children of her age. Regular blood transfusions manage to decelerate this rapid growth, but Rose is left with unique, remarkable powers. She becomes the key to liberating people worldwide, reuniting broken families, and even forming new bonds with the friendly red-eyed aliens. Rose is far from ordinary. She's a unique blend of human and friendly alien. Over the following decades, Rose, along with her alien brother Trent, battles and turns the tide. This is until the Harvesters deploy their ultimate weapon, the Armada vessel. It's a weapon of mass destruction designed to destroy and harvest all life on Earth in a terrifying blast. The survival of humankind hinges on a single moment, but when it's crucial for Rose to fire, she mysteriously freezes, incapable of executing the shot. This hesitation gives the Harvesters the opportunity that they need to blow one of the human ships. To save humanity, Rose faces a terrifying choice. To stop the harvesting of humans, she's forced with eliminating thousands of aliens her own kind, given that herself is half alien. She succeeds in doing so, and the Harvesters vanish for 5 long years, and they were absent. When the storytelling by the elderly man comes to an end, a band of soldiers come searching for Rose. With a clever disguise using a scarf, she slips away from their sight with ease. Burdened with guilt over the countless human lives lost in the crossfire during Amanda's devastation, she no longer wishes to partake in such conflict. Next, we see her at a health center, a place where aliens suffering from a virus are treated. Here she comes for a refill of her special blood transfusion. This is a crucial requirement for her because her body cells, due to her unusual powers, fail to renew themselves, causing her to age quickly. Rose appears to have a close bond with Dr. Mal at this center. However, the persistent soldiers from earlier manage to track her down at this location. Despite Dr. Mal advising her to flee via the back door, the soldiers catch up, leading to the movie's first thrilling action sequence. Despite her efforts, Rose is captured and taken to the soldiers' base camp. At the camp, we see Rose and General Radford deeply immersed in a conversation. The matter at hand is a troubling virus outbreak that's changing the harmless red-eyed aliens into the dangerous and harvesting blue-eyed ones. The impending crisis is the virus spreading to London and beyond within 72 hours. The sole hope to stop the virus resides within the Harvester's spaceship, the Armada. Puzzled about how a ship could serve as a cure for a virus? Well, it's not that simple. The core of the ship carries a wealth of information, one part of which holds the key to curing the rampant virus. However, this is a mindfully orchestrated lie by General Redford to deceive his team, intending to seize Amanda's core power. His ultimate goal is to use the ship's core power to destroy the aliens in their entirety due to his long-standing dislike for them. Rose protests, claiming that she already destroyed the ship, but what she didn't realize was that the ship's core, a gleaming blue rock holding all the information, warps out just prior to the impact of her destructive move. The general puts forward an idea. Rose should come with them on their first manned mission to Cobalt 1. This is a far-off planet that's the home for the core. They need Rose for 2 things: her unique powers, which will let them take out the core drive, and her knowledge about tech used by the aliens. We then see her getting introduced to the team. There's Leon, a hunter who will also act as their personal guard, Jew, the smart guy who's figured out the aliens' navigation system, Colonel Owens, who used to be part of the Navy SEALs and is a sharpshooter and is also part of the team, and the last member, Alexei, who's really good at search and destroy. The team also includes 2 red aliens, Violet and Trent. Soon after, Rose gets a chance to see her red alien brother Trent again, and they share a room and spend time talking to each other. They talk about their dad, who's disappeared 5 years ago. The next morning, Leon comes to wake up Rose, and he takes her to where the general and the rest of the team are. They were talking about their plan to steal the Armada's core. We then see their ship take taking off into space and changing its color to blue like the aliens who reside in the planet that they're heading toward. To stay safe while going through a wormhole, they have to be locked in a room in the middle of the ship, and this is to make sure nothing bad happens to them. Rose and Leon end up in the same room for the whole day, and this gives them a chance to get to know each other better. After the day was over, the ship arrives at Cobalt 1. But even though it arrived, there was a problem. The ship was moving too fast, and it hits a big ship that was floating with no one inside of it. This causes a lot of damage to the ship's main system, but luckily, they were able to land on the planet without anyone else getting injured. Back on Earth, Dr. Mal makes a brave move. She manages to sneak a patient called Juana out of the healthcare center. Juana is a unique case. He is sick with the virus and has part of the alien's body inside of him. They go to a quarantine where Grant and other people are, and Dr. Mal has been working hard to find a cure for the virus, but she needs more time to be sure that it works properly. Soon, the quarantine fails under the attack of the infected aliens, leaving her only a short amount of time to find out if the cure works. Meanwhile, on Cobalt 1, the 8 members of the ship get ready to get to the Armada's core drive. This is a tough job, as the core is 10 kilometers away, and the trip there and back takes 6 hours. And this is because Cobalt 1's gravity is stronger than that of Earth's. The general tells everyone what they need to do. Violet is told to stay on the ship and watch the bridge. Ju and the general are going to watch everyone from the subdeck, and the rest of them are going to leave the ship, ready for their mission. They continue their trip and come to a place that is very quiet and dark, almost like a tomb. They can't talk to the people on the ship anymore, and they meet some strange aliens there. These aliens are different from the Harvesters. They are half blind and can't see anything if there's light. A big fight starts, and Alexei gets hurt really badly, losing one of her legs. Rose freezes again and can't use her powers, but everyone else is okay. Alexei tells them to leave her behind and tells her love Ju that she will wait for him there. After her team leaves, Alexei sets off a bomb and fights off the aliens, even though it means that she will die too. Colonel Owens and Leon are mad at Rose, as this is the second time that she froze and messed up, and it's cost someone their life. It's really hard for Leon because his older sister died on that spaceship that Rose had frozen and failed to protect before. Morning arrives in London, and Dr. Mal has given Juana half the amount of serum that she's prepared as a cure for the virus. They all wait anxiously, hoping for some kind of change, and the air is filled with tension as everyone is being careful in the quarantine area. Then suddenly, an infected alien lunges at Kate and the doctor. But Grant, a brave old man, draws the alien's attention toward him to protect the women. He sacrifices himself, dying in the way he always wished for, with the warmth of the sun on his face. Meanwhile, the team reaches the Armada vessel on Cobalt 1, and the half-blind aliens show up again, and all 4 of them take a stance in the place where there is sunlight, as the aliens can't see in bright light. Their moment of safety, however, is short-lived, as the sun starts to set just a minute later. Just in time, the general and G swoop in with a drone, and they manage to kill the aliens as the team makes a quick dash into the Armada. Inside the ship, they find the core drive, and this is the moment where they need Rose and her powers. She has to use her abilities to detach and take the core drive, but when she finally activates her powers after such a long time, something strange happens. Her power, which usually glows red, turns blue. This implies her power is temporarily corrupted, and she's now a danger to humans. This sudden change causes her to turn against her team, and meanwhile, the core drive detaches and goes straight into a hole, and Rose 2 follows it shortly after. Down in the hole, the leader of the aliens tries to take control of Rose's mind, hoping to make her one of them. Even when her brother Trent comes to save her, she fights against him under the influence of the alien leader, and it's not until Trent manages to break her arm weapon that she snaps out of it. Regaining her senses, Rose attacks the alien leader with a combined and much stronger attack than before. As they fight the aliens, things turn chaotic. Colonel Owens takes advantage of the situation, and he takes the core drive and leaves them behind. Before leaving, he injects Trent with a poison that will turn him into one of the blue aliens and mess with his mind. And to make sure that they can't follow him, he seals the hatch after he leaves. Leon knows all along that something like this can happen, but he feels guilty and decides to stay with Rose and Trent. Using a ship that looks like a robot, the 3 of them manage to escape from the Armada. But unfortunately, they were too late, and they couldn't reach their own ship before Colonel Owens does. The alien leader, however, is not too late, and he manages to catch up to the ship before it can take off. Meanwhile, amidst their journey, Rose and Leon unravel a horrifying truth. They realize that they've been lied to by the General. He already destroyed Cobalt-1 before their arrival and unleashes a lethal virus on Earth, not just dying to their illness, their loved ones back home and the creatures of Cobalt-1 are victims of a calculated poisoning. Contrary to his assurances, the General's objective was never to find a cure. His sinister plot was to eliminate all of the aliens. Fortunately, they managed to board their spacecraft again, but the energy expanded to propel them forward, leaving Rose exhausted. Chaos ensues on board as the General launches a deadly assault on them, and his accomplice Colonel Owens joins him. Meanwhile, Rose decides to let Trent out so he can help by fighting, but Trent has been given a shot that messes with his head. In a hair-raising moment, just as the General is poised to eliminate Rose, the chief of the Blue Aliens intervenes. He attacks the General, cleaving him in two, while Violet succeeds in knocking Trent out. She then secures the control room, steering the spacecraft toward the wormhole. Soon after, Ju swiftly administers a blood transfusion to Rose, and this urgent intervention re-energizes her, preparing her for a confrontation with the alien leader. And the film reaches its gripping climax as an explosive battle erupts between Rose and the alien leader. As the spacecraft navigates the dangerous wormhole, it's essential to maintain a strong hold on something solid. Failure to do so can result in being taken into the wormhole's sides, leading to a fatal outcome. However, Colonel Owens fails to secure his grip in time and meets his tragic end. Trent now wakes up and is back to his senses, free from the injection's effect. With Trent's timely help to Rose, the leader of the Blue Aliens is also defeated. However, Trent is left badly hurt from the fight. Meanwhile, things get intense in the quarantine area in London. The aliens, infected with the virus, attack everyone they see. Kate and Dr. Mal find themselves surrounded by these aliens, and just when it looks like they were out of luck, Huana comes to their rescue, showing that the serum Dr. Mal injected him with actually works against the virus. Kate, Dr. Mal, and Huana join forces to fight the aliens. They fight bravely, but there were simply too many aliens. They were at their breaking point, almost giving up, but just in time, their spaceship arrives. The ship sucks up all the infected aliens, saving the day. Rose and the team finally get back to Earth and reunite with their friends. And fast forward 3 weeks later, Trent's body heals, and Dr. Mal transplants his injured parts, giving him a new and improved look. But in a thick twist of tale, Ju makes another discovery. He finds a prison where the General keeps all his enemies, including Rose's missing father. And the movie ends with Rose, now a captain, directing her crew to set a new course. And if you're wondering about their next mission, they're setting off to find her missing father.